The first scene begins with Felix telling us about his adventures in another dimension and that it cannot be reached by a plane. Before we decode this part, let me ask you an important question. If God gave you the task of advising him on where to hide secret knowledge, a knowledge that, when possessed by a person, would allow them to fulfill all their desires and goals, where would you suggest hiding it? Many might suggest hiding this knowledge on the peak of the highest mountain, at the bottom of the sea, or on an abandoned island full of poisonous and dangerous creatures. However, this would be a mistake. Why? Because there would always be at least one person who would over time find a way to reach that hidden treasure. So, where is the safest place to hide this treasure where most people would never look? The answer is simple: within us. The treasure is hidden within us because this is the place where most people would never think to look. This is the message of the first scene in this cartoon. The hidden message of this scene is that the dimension Felix is talking about is not physical in nature, but spiritual. He says that this dimension is not far away in a physical sense, but very close, meaning within us. From the introduction alone, we can conclude that the entire cartoon is actually a story about an inner journey that every person must undertake if they want to individualize. That is, free themselves from the unconscious chains that make them a slave to the persona, the false god, the false self. This is similar to a cartoon Alice in Wonderland, when Alice is running away from the queen and her guards, and when she reaches the door and asks to pass through it, the door tells her that she has already passed through it and shows her that in the physical world she is actually sleeping under the tree. So everything that follows and all the scenes I will decode for you relate to the inner world and inner work. The cartoon Felix in Another Dimension is full of symbolism and beautifully illustrates this inner journey that every person must undertake on their path to individualization.